to CJI. In today's show, we will find out the labor life of a person that has been working in different fields like emotional health, speech therapy, learning disabilities, and life coaching for 24 years. She studied special education in El Imán and then helped deaf people also in El Imal. Now she works as a life coach. Let's welcome Ronita Ron.
Hi.
Can I ask you some questions about special education?
Sure.
First, what led you to choose this profession?
Since I was a little girl, I loved working with kids. Like I loved kids, children. So I knew that I wanted to do something with like to do with them. I liked since I was a little girl helping people. I was always very social. So I decided to do something that I know I could help people. So I think it was the main thing I decided to study that.
Considering your labor experience in special education, how much do you think this job has changed since you started working?
I think the bases are the same, but like everything, it has changed. Life changes, so in the way life changes, the working fields are changing as well. I think it changed in the way of new theories, new strategies, the tech or the technology, the technology field has changed the way of working, of way some strategies, but the basics are the same.
Many jobs have changed in the past years with technology. So if you were 20 years old and you need to study a career nowadays, what will you choose now?
I think I would choose the same career because I really love what I do. I'm I feel very lucky because I love my job. I love working every day in my field. So I think I would choose the same thing, but maybe I would get more like advantages of the technology, but in the same field. For sure, I would choose the same field.
What do you think is better, like a life coach, to work by yourself or in a clinic?
I think both have their own goods and bads. Always working with a team gives you a different point of view. It, it gives you maybe like a richer or a more objective point of view of the situation. You can talk about the cases, you can help each other. But if you work with a team, the team has to be qualified, has to be, how do you say? It has to have, the commitment with the work, with the people.
Do you work in a clinic?
No, I work by myself.
We're going to a commercial break. See you in brief.
Mon amour, oh ma girl, c'est vous que j'aime.
Oh, thank you, baby.
McDonald's new McCafe shakes. With a fresh look and delicious new toppings, they're a brand new way to indulge. New McCafe shakes. The simple joy of love at first sight.
Let's get back to the questions. Of all the jobs that you had, what do you recommend more?
I think all jobs give you experience. So what I think I really recommend to people that work in mental health, for me it was a great experience, was working in a hospital.
How does it feel when you discharge your patients because they are already fine?
It feels great because being able to help someone, it's priceless.
Normally, how many hours a day do you work, or in the average of hours?
I work around 8 hours a day, but I only work 4 days a week.
So, would you like to work more hours?
I could work more hours, but I decided to only do 8 hours a day because I have kids at home. So that's why I only work 8 hours a day. And the reason I don't work on Fridays is because Fridays I like to be with my kids and with my friends. But if I would like to, I could, like, sometimes I work on Fridays, but I try not to.
What are all the subjects, topics that you studied? Like
Like what do you
master's
mean?
degree?
Oh,
or...
okay. So first I studied special ed, as you know. Then I did my master's in something that's called I don't know how to say it in English.
You can say it in Spanish.
It's like a master's between education and psychology. Then I did neuropsychology. I studied also something like a little master in, like an extra master in neuropsychology. Then I studied eating disorders. I did a master's in eating disorders as well. And I have different studies, not with a degree in a master's degree or a PhD, but I started recently something that's called narrative therapy, mindfulness, mindful eating. So I've been studying probably my whole life.
So, would you like to still studying and studying things, new things? And
Sure. If you work with people and if you work in the mental health in the mental health field, there's no way of not study. You need to study. You need to keep on track. You need to be, on top of the new things, of the new strategies. So yes, studying, it's a part of my life, and it will always be. It's part of my compromise with my clients.
Nowadays, the AI is growing and implementing or even replacing many jobs. Do you think AI will replace special education and life coaching?
Oh, I'm so sorry, but can I ask you what is AI?
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay, sure. That's a very good question. Indeed, I'm trying to think of a good response, and I think I don't have like a really good response or an accurate response, but I do think maybe artificial intelligence can help in the field, but I don't think it will replace it.
What moral values has your job left for life?
Well, lots of them. I would talk more about human values. First of all, engagement with the people you work, always to try to help them. Empathy, I think the value of empathy, sensitivity, honesty. Most of them.
Thank you very much. Let's give a big applause to Ronita.
Thanks.
We'll proceed to a brief conclusion with the host, Daniel Marraine. I learned a lot about special education and what requires to be a life coach. And there wouldn't be a best way to learn that with a person that actually studied that career. The job is incredible because it deals directly with emotions and feelings. It's amazing how a person can help another radical with only words and the brain. what thing that I do noticed is that many people don't know much about AI, and that's a thing that has to change because artificial intelligence is something very important in our lives, in our everyday life, and in the jobs, and in the future will be much important. So that's a thing that we need to improve. Career consists on helping people with learning disabilities, people who suffer brain damages, kids that have problems in their development, and helping families with emotional needs. The requirements and skills are to be able to listen to people, critical thinking, interpersonal skills, empathy, analysis, knowledge about human development and human brain, knowledge in different interventional techniques, and communication skills. The only universities in Mexico offering special educations are the IMAL, Instituto Mexicano de Audición y Lenguaje, UDLA, Universidad de las Américas. The job market, the most popular job market are schools, hospital, clinics, private practice, and universities. The possible fields are psychology, education, science, and medicine. The job or career has changed in the last 20 years by implementing new technology programs like apps, supplements, a tool to develop cognitive abilities in children and adults, such as language, memory, and attention. Also, one thing very important is the mindfulness techniques to promote attentional skills in children and adults with ADHD. The future of this career in the next 10 years, in my opinion, is that there would be more knowledge about the brain, as well as in the interventional strategies helping with new technologies. Also, the career will be very popular because it goes together with emotions, and AI will not deal with emotions in 10 years, in my opinion, because to deal with emotions, you need to be on the other person's shoes, and AI can't do that because they don't have feelings such as human. In every job or field that includes emotions and feelings, they will like, the AI will help a lot, but will not replace jobs. One job that I truly believe that AI will replace it, and actually many jobs have been replaced already by AI in that field, is factory and manual work.